Hello. Hey guys, my name is Akaash,
And my name's Krystal.
and our topic today is biomedical engineering, an exciting and impactful field that blends the world of medicine, science, and technology to solve healthcare challenges. Biomedical engineers are at the forefront of developing technologies that enhance patient care, improve medical treatments, and ultimately save lives.
Biomedical engineers use engineering skills to solve medical problems such as designing better medical devices, from life-saving artificial hearts and prosthetic limbs to high-tech imaging equipment like CT scans or MRIs. They also work on things like wearable health monitors, robotic surgical tools, and even artificial organs. And they do this all in goal of helping provide doctors with diagnosing and treating diseases more effectively, ultimately making healthcare safer and more advanced overall. So, if you're looking to pursue a degree in biomedical engineering or a career in this field, you'll need to start off by getting your bachelor's degree in biomedical engineering, or this can also be in any other related field like mechanical, electrical, or chemical engineering, all because they have the same biology electives or prereqs. And then after this, you want to look at getting your graduate degree, which can be your master's or PhD. These are schools that you have to apply to. You have to apply to graduate programs for this field, and they're often needed for research academia or more advanced design roles. After you get these degrees, you can start looking at optional certifications, and these are only if you want to look at getting a higher position in the biomedical engineering field, getting higher pay, or just overall boosting your career options. And these can be in areas like regulatory affairs or electrical engineering. There are also other areas where you can get your optional certifications if you want to pursue that route.
And then if you're thinking ahead to graduate school, it's important to take the right foundational courses during your undergraduate studies. These will prepare you for the most advanced work you'll do later. And these courses are Calculus 1, 2, and 3, General and Organic Chemistry, Physics, human physiology or biology, and then programming classes in languages like the Python, which are essential for things like data analysis, modeling, and simulation. And then admission committees don't just look at your GPA, even though a 3.5 or higher is often recommended. They also value hands-on experience. Um, that could mean research projects, internships in hospitals or medical device companies, or even volunteer work that demonstrates your commitment to healthcare innovation. The earlier you start gaining this kind of experience, the stronger your grad school application will be.
And they also look at making sure you have a strong STEM foundation, which is really important since these graduate programs are really competitive and hard to get into.
That might mean working in a university research lab, interning with the hospital's biomedical team, or joining a student-led groups like the Biomedical Engineering Society. You can even participate in design competitions where teams create innovative medical devices or solutions for real-world health challenges. These opportunities not only build your skills, but also help you figure out which areas of biomedical engineering you're most passionate about. Whether that's developing advanced prosthetics, working on regenerative medicine, or innovating wearable health technology. And then if you're considering staying close to home for grad school, there are several excellent programs nearby, and which are the UC Merced, which offers a program that emphasizes biological and environmental health applications. Perfect if you're interested in bioinformatics or systems biology. Another option is UC Davis, which is well known for its biomedical engineering department and its close relationship with its medical school and medical center. the another option is the Stanford University, which is one of the top bioengineering programs in the country, which offers groundbreaking research in areas like tissue engineering, nanotechnology, and medical robotics.
And then each program, each has their own focus and unique strengths. While some might emphasis on clinical work, others can be research heavy or more tech focused. So it's smart to start looking at schools and see if you fit all their prereqs and if you're interested in what these programs offer and what their goals are, and see if it'll suit you the best. So, some skills and traits that are successful for students or individuals in the biomedical engineering fields are analytical and problem solving skills, um, the ability to think critically and troubleshooting complex systems is really important because you might run into problems or just get stuck when you're designing something. Also, curiosity and interest in biology and technology, because this is obviously what the field is about. It's important to have passion for what you're doing and what your goal is. Creativity and innovation as well. And this is like the willingness to think outside the box and design new solutions, because as I mentioned before, you may get stuck and you may have to find a new way out of it. Strong communication is critical too. Biomedical engineers often collaborate with healthcare professionals, regulatory agencies, and patients, and this means that you'll need to explain technical concepts clearly to people from non-technical backgrounds. Ethics is another big thing because having a strong sense of patient safety, privacy, and long-term impact is really important because you'll be designing these things, and this can do better or worse for your patients' lives and their safety. Collaboration as well, because you'll be working among other biomedical engineers and you'll have to communicate and collaborate ideas with them, especially when you're on a team designing something such as an MRI machine. You'll have to be very comfortable working alongside doctors, engineers, researchers, and others that are apart from the biomedical engineering realm.
Biomedical engineers have a wide range of career options. You can work in hospitals, ensuring medical devices are maintained and upgraded. You can also work in medical device companies on developing new products from concept to market. In research labs, pushing the boundaries of science and technology, and you can also work in some biotech startups that might be pioneering next generation healthcare solutions, and some government agencies like the FDA, which ensures medical devices and drugs and meet safety standards.
And these job roles might include designing prosthetic limbs with advanced materials, developing 3D printed tissues and organs, creating AI-driven diagnostic systems, or helping oversee clinical trials for new medicine and the technologies that you're providing for that. The field is always growing rapidly and there's always new advancements and new jobs. So it's important to look at these jobs and see if this is what you're interested in, because there's so many different jobs in the biomedical engineering field that each have their own different focus, and one might fit you better than the other. So the regulatory body in the biomedical engineering field is the Biomedical Engineering Society, BMS. They're a leading professional organization for biomedical engineers. The FDA, of course, also known as the Food and Drug Administration, they regulate and approve the monitoring of biomedical devices that you may design or create. So when you create these things, they have to be approved by the FDA. The Acceleration Board of Engineering and Technology, also known as ABET, which accelerates biomedical engineering programs to ensure educational standards. So this will make sure that the school that you want to go to meets all the educational standards and will prepare you best for your future. The National Institute of Health as well, known as the NIH, and this provides major research funding for biomedical innovations. So this may provide you funding in your program.
So as a biomedical engineer, you will need to understand how these organizations impact your work, from the first stages of design and prototyping all the way through testing. Um, Compliance with safety and ethical standards isn't just a formality, it is an essential part of making sure medical technologies are safe, effective, and trustworthy. Ethical responsibility is at the heart of biomedical engineering. Engineers must prioritize patient safety, well-being, and rights above all else. This means making tough decisions sometimes, like halting a project if it doesn't meet meet the safety standards, even when there's financial pressure to move forward.
There are other important ethical considerations too, like maintaining patient confidentiality, avoiding conflicts of interest, and ensuring informed consent when human subjects are involved in testing. These could be like the HIPAA rules that other medical individuals also follow, such as doctors. Biomedical engineers are also expected to engage in lifelong learning to keep up with new technology and best practices.
And while protecting intellectual property is important for innovation, biomedical engineers must always balance that with the goal of improving human health on a global scale. The ultimate aim is to use science and technology to serve humanity.
So here's some reasons why you should choose to pursue or consider a career in biomedical engineering. First and foremost, it's one of the most impactful careers out there. Biomedical engineers have the chance to literally save lives and impact them on a daily basis. They have the ability to dramatically improve the quality of life for patients around the world, whether it's helping a child walk again with new prosthetic limbs or developing a device that can detect cancer earlier. And their work just has real meaning.
Second, it's a field with enormous growth potential. As medical technology advances and the global population ages, there's a growing need for new devices, treatments, and solutions. Emerging fields like bioinformatics, regenerative medicine, and medical AI are pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
And then finally, it's a dynamic and exciting career. Um, some 2 days are never the same. One day might be different from the other. One day you might spend 1 week working in a lab developing a new biomedical material, and the next week you could be collaborating on a medical team in a hospital. And overall, the mix of science, creativity, and real world impact keeps a job as high demanding and rewarding, which is why many people choose to pursue a career in this field.
In biomedical engineering, your ideas don't just stay on paper. They become real tools and technologies that can transform lives.
There's also really high paying jobs in this field and competitive salary. There's a really big growing demand for these engineers. So if you're really interested in this field, I suggest you pursue it. And then that is it for our presentation. So thank you guys for hearing us and listening to our presentation on biomedical engineering.
And then if you'd like to dive deeper, we have included some articles and resources at the end of our slides. And we're happy to answer any questions you guys have now. Thank you.